Well, good evening this Thursday night. This is a podcast from Coming Out of the Broken Hearted Ministry by Scott Covington. I'm grateful today that God's come into my life and He's changed my heart. He's changed my life immensely. I mean, from 10 months ago to today, it's been a life that I've never known. So I encourage you to lean to God for your support. Find Him in your life. Open your heart. Let Him come into it. I'll start off saying that we're either working on a recovery or we're working on a relapse. We have to work on our sobriety. We have to find a support group. Being Wendy Lambert at Step Recovery, I encourage you to lean into her and have a conversation with her. Their second church on Tuesday night. We have RU at Grace Community with Felix. We have Go Church, Phil Hunt. Them guys up there are great. Everybody knows about addiction in these places. There's a opportunity for you to change your life. I encourage you to find a support group. I encourage you to find a church community to help you with staying sober. I encourage you to come visit us at V3 on Saturday night. We're starting service at 6:30 on Saturday nights. We have two services on Sunday, 9:30 and 11. We also have a Tuesday nights men's group. And if you're a man and you've never seen what it looks like for people to care for you or trust, I encourage you to come and see us on Tuesday night at our men's group. Visit us at V3, the Vineyard Valley website. Today, I think a lot of people, we just look like things are just handed to us. They just, we don't want to work for it. I think that it's easier if somebody just hands things to us and makes it okay and just lays it in your lap. We see it every day as people don't have jobs. They're handed things, money, cars to get through food and such. I believe that we don't have to think we have to put work in to receive. We must diligently put in a lot of effort in our sobriety. We got to make it a daily task. We have to make it a habit. As much habit as our addiction was for us, we have to make sobriety as much as a habit today. I think if we don't do that, I know myself, I make it a daily habit to get up in the morning and I talk to God every morning. I pray during the day, daily. It's not that I don't get attacked or have struggles, but I know now today I choose to look at things different. I just don't throw my hands up and give up. I really believe that it's easier for a lot of people to give up as they don't think they have people around them that care for them. You got to remember, you're cared for, you love, and you matter. And you do, but you got to make sure that you believe that yourself. You have family, you have friends, as I have, but in my addiction, I've took them people, I've used them, I've manipulated them, I did not care about their feelings. And don't forget, as we do that in our addiction to them, they're going to shut us out of their life. It's not their fault, it's our own. We must be accountable of our actions in our addiction as much as we have to be accountable for in our sobriety. I think men's, working on yourself and daily, that's something that you should do for yourself. You got to find some kind of something in you that you care about yourself again. I know that personally, when I had a problem or an issue or a struggle, it was always easier to pop a can of beer or do a shot of whiskey or do a line of coke or grab the crack pipe or do the meth We just fill ourselves up with everything just to make the hurt stop. And it's a black hole. It's just emptiness. We'll keep finding ourselves empty until we turn our lives around and get in a program, um, and start being accountable for what we did. In my sobriety today, there's people that I've done wrong. I've held myself accountable for it. I find myself on probation. I think you all know that. Today, I have a friend at the probation office. Not that I'm not accountable for that, but I go there. I know what the rules are. I stand fast in the rules. I encourage them to drug test me when I go up there. She gets tired of hearing it. The drug test ain't for me, I told her. It's for my family to know that I'm accountable, that they've drug tested me, and I have a negative drug test. And it feels good to have that. As 2 years I've got to be on this, I think it's my fourth month. Um, but with that, it will come a habit. By the end of the 2 years, it'll be a habit that I just don't smoke a joint. This is the first time in my life in 45 years that I don't smoke marijuana. It's been many months now that I'm totally clean, and my spirit lives in me clean, and he's not fogged up, and I hear him clearly. The Lord's in me. We have that. He gives each one of us as a spiritual being inside us. The Holy Ghost, He's there for each one of you. But you have to receive Jesus Christ. You have to know that He gave His life for our sins in our life. He gave that for everybody here, anybody, no matter who you are. You can lean into that, or you can turn against that. That'll be a choice you make. But I know that we have to be accountable. I'm not here, who I am and what I am today. This is not of Scott Covington. I have to say, this is the glory of Jesus Christ. This is all His glory. If I put my hands in this, I'll soon find myself back in my addiction quicker than I snap my fingers. I have to keep my eyes on the ball. I have to keep my eyes on my today. I don't bring yesterday's troubles into today. I can't change yesterday. I don't bring tomorrow's trouble into today, because there'll be enough troubles tomorrow for me to get over. I just be accountable for today. I keep myself busy. I find myself on church on Saturday night. If there's something extra to sign up for, I go. I encourage you. I think they have 7 NA meetings a night. They have a sober house that they have that you can get into. You can get an intense program to Rosecrans. There's options you have. I'm here trying to heal my family. I'm here trying to heal myself first. But I know that I have work to do with my family still. My father still looks at me when I have a conversation with him. We have a good conversation today. First time in a long time he told me he loved me. I just don't know how that looks like. But I'm getting his trust back. I failed everybody. That's me. I did that. I don't point your finger at them and say, why don't you trust me? I know why they don't trust me. Look at my actions of my past. So my actions today is got to be in recovery. I'm going to face that the rest of my life. That's all right. I know it's okay. I have a wonderful sister, and I hurt her bad. I had friends that I manipulated, that I went and made up stories and borrowed money from them. In the last month, I've returned a couple of dear friends of mine, and I asked for forgiveness. I have paid their money back to them. That was a healing moment for me, Not that I'm sure that if it was me and somebody did it to me, every time I can be forgiven, but I never forget. And I'm sure they're in the same, the realm of that, We can't expect people to forget what we've done. They've forgiven us. But I know for me, one of the toughest things in the beginning is to forgive myself. If you cannot get over forgiving yourself, you'll never begin to forgive somebody else. We have to forgive to be forgiven. We have a just God. We can't go be pointing fingers and blaming everybody and not forgiving everybody else, because when we ask for forgiveness, at the end of our life, we'll be judged that day too. I believe that effort, work, as little as we did to stay sober and easy it was to go, if we worked as hard in our sobriety as it was when we got high and ran out of money, and we worked as hard as going to get money or going to get another drug, the way we did it, if we manipulated everybody and went and took things and stole things and did everything we could to get drugs, if we worked that hard in our sobriety, I believe you have a chance of recovery. I think you have a chance to have a new life. I don't care what age you are. You know, I just turned 60 in January. Today, I've never felt the joy and peace and comfort that I have in my life today. You know, I know Jesus Christ in my life. He's filled my heart. He's filled the darkness of my life that I chose to put in it. I turn to Him. I know that that's the only true way to find salvation, you know, and recover. But I just encourage you to start your recovery today. Every day we wake up, we have a chance, we have an opportunity to start over. It's all about you. It's about what you choose in your life. If you choose to turn to the darkness and live in the darkness, that's where you're going to be at the end of the day. If you choose to try and just think, failure is not that you got to give up. Failure is just a step on the ladder of success. We're all going to have struggles. If we fail, get back up, get in a fight. You know, believe in yourself. You know, you got to have that fight inside. You got to find that. Don't give up on yourself.
If you are looking for strength and support on your way to a life worth living, we've got your week covered. Check out all of these opportunities that are available here in Vermilion County. On Monday, at the Go Church, led by Phil Hunt, it will be on Facebook Live. It starts at 6 p.m. goes till 7 p.m. On Tuesday at Second Church, the Celebrate Recovery program starts at 6 p.m. and goes to 7:45. Dinner is offered also. On Thursday the podcast, Come Now the Brokenhearted will be live, led by Scott Covington. The offer is extended to everyone. Let's talk. To set up an appointment, simply call 217-499-1908. On Friday at Grace Church, the recovery program, Rescue Us starts at 6 p.m. Dinner is included. And all throughout the week the Step Recovery Center at 110.5 Woodbury Street is hosting a 12-step recovery program for NA and AA. Call for more information 217-597-9653 and ask for Wendy.
You know, you have to forgive yourself from your past. You can't stay in the past. Just stay today. I think, you know, in my addiction, I did a lot of complaining. I had a lot of excuses. I think the more we complain and we point the fingers at everybody else, really, it's us. We don't want to be accountable for ourselves. It's easier to blame other people and say they left me, they hurt me. We can't control that. But I think they left because of our actions, our anger, or manipulation of them. I don't think I knew today what true love was till Jesus changed my heart. He's changed my heart in a way today that, you know, I don't need to have a woman in my life to be complete. I don't need someone else to be in my life to be complete who I am. I know that I wake up every morning. I have a habit I do. I read. I stay in the Word. I pray. I've talked to my aunt and uncle in the mornings once or twice a week. I talk to my father one time a week. We have a conversation. We have good conversations. Sometimes, you know, if I don't like what I hear, I don't point at them and say, why are you doing that? I think if it's something I don't like to hear, I think it's something I need to lean into. I think it's something I need to address for myself. I think something is a struggle that God put in my life that I need to overcome, and I need to humble myself. Like I said, you know, I can say, look what I'm doing today. It's not me. God has changed my life. It's not Scott Covington, guys. I tell you, I used to have everything. Y'all knew I had a big business and house, but I put the wife first. I put the business first. I put the motorcycles first. I put big prideful Scott Covington first, and soon it was gone. Today, my foundation is built on the Lord. He's my Savior. I build it on a daily foundation of talking with my men's group, talking with my pastor, being part of the church. They made me security at the church. Being a felony thief. I mean, they gave me a key to in the rooms inside the church, and since we've been working here at the church, I've got a key to the front door. How's that look like? I mean, I'm grateful. The devil comes in my life all the time. He truly does. He tempts me. There's temptations. I see things. I think, I'll just, they won't miss this. I'll just take it. And I know that that's not in my life today. That's not who I am. I'm a godly man. I have to be accountable. And I turn away from that. I see the struggle in that. I turn for God. I turn to prayer. I have a conversation, and I even let people know that I'm thinking that way, so that when I speak that into the light, the darkness is extinguished. It's gone. We have to give ourselves a chance. We just can't think we're going to just stop. We're just going to stop doing drugs. We're going to stop doing alcohol, and by us doing that, it's going to be over. I'm telling you, dark days are ahead of you. If you don't have somebody you can turn to, if you don't have accountability to yourself, if you don't have a support group somewhere, I've tried doing it myself. I did it for 10 years. But, I continued smoking marijuana, for 10 years. I don't think that, personally, that it was, didn't lead me into bad situations, bad things. But, today, being fully sober after doing that for 45 years, I just feel free. That's something I just feel free of. I don't have to worry about. I don't have to go buy another thing. I have to try to address in my life. Habits. Change your habits. You have to grow as a person. I suggest you grow with Jesus. I suggest you find a relationship with Him. I know that my relationship in my life has changed. The deeper, the desire I have to have a relationship with Him. I have a better relationship with my father, the things we speak about, my sister, the things we talk about. My life's just 10 months, and I think it's been 10 months and 10 days, something like that, today. I just know that it's amazing that when I turned my life over to Jesus Christ and I accepted my faults, He forgave me for my sins. He gave me a new way, a new chance, a new start. I forgave myself as I prayed for others to forgive me. And, there's always, I remember when I got out of jail, had Pastor Jay take me to get my stuff from what I used to live at. I remember that I went back to get my truck, and I said, "Hey, thanks for the ride, I'm going to get my truck." And he said, "Hey, wait a minute. Now let me just tell you this. Now today, Scott, you're going to get your truck. And when you put your key in there and you pull out of that driveway, you can go anywhere you want. You can do anything you want, and nobody will know it but you." And that was impactful to me because all my life I did what I wanted. I did anything I wanted, no matter who it hurt. I wasn't accountable. There was no filter here in this mouth. It hurt people. I was hateful, hurtful. And as much as we do that, don't forget that it comes back on us, If I see somebody hateful, hurtful today, I know they're hurting. I know that they're not mean and hateful and bad, that they're hurting, something's wrong. They need somebody to speak to or talk to. So if we just take time in our lives to get out of ourself, if I take time today to get out of me, my selfishness, and I look at others and I have a conversation with them, or say, hey, how you doing? Have a great day, and smile at them, or open a door, maybe carry their groceries, just do something for somebody else instead of always thinking of me. That's a life changer. It's a life changer. You have to get out of yourself. You have to get out of your old ways. You have to get out of the bad habits. You know, it was long 45 years I've had bad habits. You know, I just don't know how that looks for you, but today I know, since my heart's been changed and I'm peeling layers off of these old Scott Covington, that the Lord has changed my life. I just got to keep telling you. I mean, roll your eyes and think, you know, you're just tapping your fingers, wait for Scott Covington to return. The old Scott Covington, you're going to be waiting a long time. I just don't see it happening. I'm grateful for who I am today. I don't have fear that I worry about what you think or what you're going to say behind my back. People are always going to do it. They always have. The difference with today, there's no retaliation from Scott Covington, because if I see you and you said that, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a talk. There was no filter here. We're probably going to be in a bad place, both of us. Today, I'm forgiving, you know. I've probably done what you said I did. Maybe not most of the time, you know. People talking bad about people or talking behind your people's backs. The gossip ends in a wise man's ear. It'll stop. If you continue to pass on something you heard about somebody else, you're just being hurtful. I remember when I did something wrong, I always tried to shield it or bounce it off of me to somebody else, because that would get the eye off of me. It would get the eyes off of Scott Covington. That would get, I just hope for you, you know. You can reach out to me, you know, on my Facebook page, Scott Covington, or Coming Out of Brokenhearted. I need to update that more often. It's new to me, so I'm trying to lean into it more. I'm trying to start a YouTube channel. I'm learning more to reach out to people. You know, I find myself getting offered and invitations to do more, to speak places, and to do that. I have no problem doing that. If you need somebody to talk to, I encourage you to call me, you know, 217-499-1908. We can just have a conversation, you know. I talk to you over the phone for a minute, but I really like to meet you in public somewhere, buy you lunch, just to sit and just talk. I mean, it starts with a conversation between me and you, or between you and in a group, or wherever it starts. But let it start. Let it change your life today. Be the person that you always wanted to be. I am today. I'm being somebody that, you know, I used to be scared to be, because I figured I'd get attacked, I'd get hurt. But, you know, I don't go to them places no more. I don't hang around them people no more. Not that they're better than me or I'm better than them, but it's not for me today. I cannot be around the people, places, or things today, because I'm accountable to myself. I know that if I am around people that are using drugs, there's temptation. So I push away from that. I know that if I'm around the bars and things like that, what am I supposed to be? I'm on probation, so I have to follow rules. I didn't follow rules before. I didn't have no rules. I had no rules. They say, hey, them people sit on the fence, I was always way past that fence running, you know. So I just quit that. I already know what's down the end of that road. And I think everybody in addiction, you know, there's darkness at the end it's just not at the end of the day, it's all day. You know what's down that end of that road. You know when you do your drug or your alcohol, you know when you put yourself in your addiction, you know what's going to happen afterwards. There's going to be loss, hurt, depression. And I did that for so many years. I honestly, I didn't know how I was going to get out of that. I did not know. That's why I just know that, my Lord works in mysterious ways, He waited so long to reach out and just snatch me up out of that. But I had a choice. As you have a choice today, you have a choice to change your life. You have a choice to stay the same or change. You have to start trusting yourself or somebody sometime. I encourage you to do that today. I thank you for listening tonight. I thank you for knowing that you're loved, you're cared for, and you matter. Make sure that you know you matter. You do. You're loved. I just want to end tonight with a prayer, and it goes something like this. God, I offer myself to Thee to build with me and to do with me as Thou will. Relieve me of my bondage of Thyself, that I may do Thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help of Thy power, Thy love, and Thy will of life. In Jesus Christ's name, I pray. Amen. Thank you all for joining me. Next Thursday night at 6, we'll be doing this again. I'll have a speaker coming on with me. Somebody help come here and talk tonight. It'll be, I've got to get her okay yet, but I'm sure she's going to be available. But thank you all tonight, and have a great day tomorrow. God bless.